In my opinion, the looper is one of the strongest tools that we have at our disposal when learning how to improvise. To me, it's a no-brainer. I know it's a controversial topic, but today I would like to discuss different ways of going about using loopers and how you can use them to your advantage, and then some of the ways that people look at them as cheating and controversial. So on this episode of Afternoon Jams, we're going to talk about loopers. Using a looper definitely has improved my playing. Being able to put on different progressions and then just practice the voice leading into different chords, that's a strong suit. Also, just being able to hear myself over and over and record it pretty easily, that's improved my playing, because I can sit back and go, oh wow, alright, that's not what I thought it sounded like, or that's a lot better than I thought it sounded like. Obviously, when you're playing, you're in a different kind of world than you are as a listener, and sometimes when you're playing, it doesn't sound as strong or stronger than what you think. And so having a looper to record yourself pretty easily definitely helps out with that part. It helps out also with timing, depending on what kind of looper you get out there. Most of them have drum loops on them. My first one did not, and so I had to kind of just play with myself the chord progressions, and that was fine, but having a drum loop on there improves timing. So I'd like to go over the process with how to go about creating your loop. Well, first, most loopers are going to be the same in terms of having a single pedal, stomp box style, that you keep right by your feet, and you're going to hit it once and the loop will start recording. You play what you're going to play, and then you hit it to stop the recording when you're done your progression. And some loops have it where it automatically starts recording the next track, some have it where it doesn't. That's going to vary from model to model. And then you hit it again, the pedals is, and that's when you start recording your second overdub. That's if it doesn't start recording instantly after you stop the first track. And then lengths of time are going to vary between models. See, my first loop was on a multi-effects pedal that I got by Boss. The guy used on Reverb. It was an ME25, and it was great. I knew nothing about pedals at the time, and so I was able to familiarize myself with different overdrive, chords, flangers, things like that. I had no idea, so being able to practice on that was great, and that's where I discovered the looper that I had built into that. Now that only had 12 seconds, so that kind of limited me to very simple, short chord progressions, and it was just stop, start. I can go over it as many times as I wanted to, but it was only 12 seconds. So I wanted to build on that, and I got a Boss RC1, and that did not have a drum loop on it, but it was great. I had like 12 minutes of recording time, and I can overdub it as many times as I wanted to. And the thing had a circle on the top of it, and that kind of told me where I was in the loop when I was playing it back. And when you stopped it or started it, if you were like in the middle of a progression and you stopped it, it would automatically finish out that loop the next time. So playing the timing game is a little different with that. And now I have a Boss RC3, and that's got the drum loop on it, and it's got 99 tracks in memory, so I can use it, save what I've done, and then go back to it later on, which saves time. And having 99 tracks definitely, I don't see myself filming all that many, but who knows. So that's my little history with them. Now the process with doing loops, to me, you always want to start with the drums if you have that. It's going to match up with the timing as you're going along. And so what I would do is I would just pick out a tempo and a drum loop that I have built into my pedal. Now I do have the option, I've done this, hooked my pedal up to my computer and was able to download WAV files of different drum tracks I have, and I do that for songs that I've written. So today, with this example that I'm showing you, is just a simple 2-chord progression. I didn't want to confuse you too much with it, but I wanted to show you the advantages to playing over a loop. And so I already had a drum track that was picked out already and the tempo. So then the next step in the process was building a bass line that goes with the drums, and I went through that a couple times and then added the chord progression to it. And it's just a simple D minor 7, E minor 7, back and forth. But I wanted to show different examples of using like a pentatonic scale versus arpeggios versus the Coltrane patterns, and different approaches have different sounds to it, and they also have different uses. Some highlight drama differently than others, and so there's a lot of things that you can do. Once you start using loops, you can start playing along with how these will help your style. Now, typically I use a loop every single day when I'm practicing. It's most certainly vital to my playing. So I highly recommend, if you're just getting into learning how to improvise and jazz and that such, to get one and see what it does with your playing. You'll be surprised at the speed in which you start showing results. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.